Hello, you're watching Matt Becker, Weed Master. This is broadleaf dock. You can tell because of all these red seedlings on it. Apparently you can eat it, but also like you shouldn't eat it, maybe. But it's cool, I like it. This right here is Virginia creeper. And you can tell because it's a leaf of 5 leaves and a serrated edge. And it grows on the ground in these big old mats. Virginia creeper. Alright, so this here is mugwort. It has these kind of lobey shapes at the bottom and then gives way to these greenish white flowers. It's from Eurasia. It takes up metals pretty well, and this whole field is mugwort. This is bird's foot trefoil. It grows in grassland type environments. It has these little yellow flowers. It's part of the pea family, and it's a birdfoot trefoil. Alright, so here is red clover, and here is crown vetch. They look pretty similar, but they're not. Clover, crown vetch. This here is Joe Pye weed, a part of the sunflower family. Looks a lot like milkweed, but just slightly different leaves. Native to the eastern United States. Joe Pye weed. And this here is goldenrod from the aster family. Also native to North America. It looks a lot like tansies, but just small yellow flowers. And, of course, loved by bees. Goldenrod. This inconspicuous flower is called ribwort plantain. Kind of looks like a flower that's fallen apart, but this is its deal. This is what it likes. Ribwort plantain. Dandelion. This is an interesting find. It's the wild hop, or Japanese hop. It's kind of got this interesting symmetric shape. It's from the temperate zones of East Asia. Unfortunately, its oil content makes it not useful for beer. Here we got prickly lettuce. It's kind of dried out, but it's got these little yellow flowers, kind of like a hawkweed. And it's got a prickly little leaf. And today's the eclipse. It is called a horsetail, equisetum. And these units pop. Ugh. This is western juniper. This is sagebrush. This is cheatgrass. And that's about everything you need to know about Eastern Oregon. This is tree of heaven. It's very successful in urban environments. It comes from Asia. It actually poisons plants around it, and when it seeds, it smells like rancid peanut butter. Tree of heaven. Morning glories are a vine-growing plant. Got these nice flowers. Morning glories. Brown-eyed Susans. Here is crabgrass. Really, this is the only way I can tell. It's because it has these little things. Crabgrass. Hello, my friends. This is all pokeweed. This is pokeweed. This is all pokeweed. This is pokeweed. Summer you'll start seeing these berry stalks with these green berries, but they turn into these purple berries, and then it has these little white blooming flowers. And this plant is native to North America, and it's one of the few that's invasive to Europe. Pokeweed. So today we have spotted touch-me-not, also known as orange jewelweed. It is native to North America, and the plants are known to treat irritants like poison ivy. Now, the reason it's called touch-me-not is apparently the seeds, when they're ripe, when you touch them, they explode. These seeds do not appear ripe, and therefore I am freely able to touch them. Have a good day. All right. This is carpetweed. It's a prostrate mat, like bee, except it has little white flowers. Carpetweed. Here we have boneset, common boneset. It's native to the eastern United States, historically has medical uses, popular with butterflies, and has these little tiny white flowers. Common boneset. Here's a rare treat for my viewers. The common stinkhorn fungus. I noticed it because of the smell. It's called a stinkhorn for a reason. Okay, so my identification from earlier was wrong. This is actually called tall boneset, also known as white snakeroot, and turns out that it's toxic. And that's why you should never eat plants that you don't know what they are. This is a sweet gum tree. How do I know that? Well, because of these things. These are sweet gum seeds. So there you have it. This is the cocklebur plant from the aster family. There's lots of cockleburs, but they're easy to tell. They're full of cockleburs. These are sunflowers from the aster family. Native to North America. They're sunflowers. All right, this is a quick weed refresher. This is horseweed, also known as mare's tail, native to the United States. This is very common in urban environments, and you're very likely to see it, so be on the lookout. It's called purple stem aster. It has these lavender petals, and then you can tell from the inside that it's got a reddish purple stem. Native to the eastern United States, purple stem aster. Here's just the stalk of mullein from Europe and Asia and the Mediterranean, and it's got a soft leaf which could be used as toilet paper if you want to go that route. Beautiful flower mullein. You might remember the orange jewelweed is called the touch-me-not because it has these exploding seed pods. Let's see. Oh God! This bright pink flower is called lady's thumb. It's from the buckwheat family. It's originally from all of the Eurasian continent and has become invasive in all of North America. Lady's thumb. This is the low-growing dayflower. It comes from Asia. It's got two blue little petals and then little yellow center and a white thing below. Good for bioaccumulating metals. Dayflower. If you've been experiencing fall allergies, it's possible you have a ragweed allergy. This is ragweed. This is the flowery stalk, and it also has these very loby leaves, and that's ragweed. This beautiful purple berry is called beautyberry, and it sprouts in the fall, providing food source for birds in the winter, and can be used as an insect repellent. Beautyberry. This is white snakeroot, now out of its flowering phase. It's in its seed phase. This is called Pampas grass, and it's characterized by these feathery flowers, these long, slender leaves. If you know the truth, let me know, but I'm going to call it a Pampas grass. This tree behind me is a ginkgo tree. You can tell because it has leaves that kind of like this, little fan shapes, but also you can tell because its fruit reeks like dog shit. Ginkgo. It's called a tulip tree, and even without flowers or seeds, it's pretty easy to tell because it's named after its tulip-shaped leaf. Tulip tree. Sorry. It's Japanese knotweed from the buckwheat family from Japan. It grows in large stands, kind of like pokeweed, and looks pretty similar, but the giveaway are these little samaras, the winged seeds, which belong to this Japanese knotweed. And purslane. It's a mat-forming, prostrate succulent with a big thick red taproot. Does really well pretty much everywhere, found all over the world. Common purslane. During the summer, the sweet pepper bush is covered with white flowery stalks. But during the fall, all that remains are its seed pods, from which the pepper bush gets its name. Sweet pepper bush. Need a weed ID? DM me for a free weed ID. Not convinced? Lady's thumb, purple loosestrife, goldenrod, curly dock, aster, ragweed, more curly dock,